What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Killer Klowns from Outer Space gameplay trailer. I have no idea how these things are getting by me. A lot of actually Killer Klowns news is happening, and I guess I should maybe get notifications on their Twitter or something because I keep missing them. Not only did I miss by a few hours the developer, kind of swap / addition, the publisher change, but 2 full days ago, it's embarrassing. It really is. I'm embarrassed. 2 full days ago, we just got the gameplay trailer for Killer Klowns. We actually got to see a very good amount of this game in action. It really doesn't start until the 25-second mark. A little disappointing, right? Because you got a minute 46-second trailer, and then 25 seconds of it is not anything new. But this game looks really, really good. I've said it before, so I don't think I've ever hidden this, but in case you didn't know, I've actually never watched the movie for Killer Klowns from Outer Space. My very first boss in a working environment, she loved this movie. So I heard about it maybe 9 or so years ago, but to this day, I've still not watched it. So I can't comment on the cool, callbacks or throwbacks or things that they're being very respectful of, right, with the source material. However, judging from at least comments that I've seen of the video, people are really, really happy that everything looks the part. They're using the weaponry, the popcorn gun, and the cotton candy stuff. Everything looks how it should. I can't comment on it, at least not yet. I do probably plan on watching the movie before this game actually comes out, but I haven't done it yet. But just as a gaming, so let's forget that other side of things. From a gaming point of view, I think this game looks really, really good. Obviously, we knew it was 3v7. I think we got a little bit, of a better look, let's say, of how it's going to work. I was trying to look at kind of speed, right? Some of these clowns, maybe even all of them, have the ability to run. You see that at some points, but then it also is well, you might be able to outrun them, but it also doesn't seem like it's hard at all for them to take you out. And I do think that's fair because this is a very different kind of thing, right? We're not used to a game having 3 killers, 7 survivors, or 7 victims, whatever you want to say. If you think about it, it's almost disadvantaged for the clowns, and I don't actually think it'll be that way, but obviously when you look at the numbers, right, if you have less and you have less by that amount, you obviously say, okay, well, maybe they have a disadvantage, but obviously by the looks of things, their weaponry is quite good. We see a little bit of objectives, ways of escaping, kind of the overall plan of what both sides have to do in the match, so we're starting to get it. I would honestly say, though, and I know I haven't talked too much about this trailer other than it just looks really, really cool, but some other things that stood out to me is their responses on social media. So number one, they are back. It could be a different person running this account than what it was back in March, right? But they are way more active. They are responding everywhere. In fact, they responded to me. They've been everywhere on social media. But one thing that did stand out is multiple people asking for dates, both for the beta and the release date. And their response is keep an eye on the socials. We're not. And also another, I guess, I think response I saw was basically don't stop looking at this Twitter because they have to keep the hype up. They're going to be around quite often. And yeah, if you go on their Twitter since the day, really since Gamescom, I guess, started and they did the publisher swap and all that stuff, they've been very, very active. So I would expect them to be way more active on social media. I would expect to see maybe different snippets of gameplay, even that we didn't see in the gameplay trailer. And you know what? A couple days ago when I made the last Killer Klowns video, I had said I don't think this game is coming out this year. Half of that I want to keep. Half of it I might want to resend and say, it wouldn't shock me if in the next couple weeks they announced a beta date and they said maybe November or December. I actually think that's somewhat possible. They're being way more active than I thought they would be, or I gave them credit for. I don't really want to say it like that, I guess, right? Because really, since this past Tuesday or before this past Tuesday, they were non-existent. They were kind of terrible at responses. Obviously now is basically an entirely different story. But with this new way of communication, now that they actually dropped the gameplay trailer and the game looks relatively complete, obviously it's not representative of the final product, right? All that legal stuff they have to say. The game actually somewhat looks close to being done, right? So maybe you do get a beta before the end of this year. Does the base game launch this year? I still really, really don't think so. But I actually, in terms of the beta, I think we're closer than I thought we were 2-3 days ago. So let me know what you guys think about the trailer, about anything else in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.